This board game. I'm sure you might be familiar with it. It's called Candyland. And first of all, it is a fundamentally flawed and horrible board game. There is no skill involved whatsoever. You simply just pick up cards and nothing. There's no. It's all chance. It's not all chance. And there's other chance games, right? But this one is just. It's just so lifeless. You just draw the card and draw the card and draw the card. And yes, this goes for a lot of card games, but it's boring. There's nothing to it. And sometimes you draw a card and you go forward a space, like a red space, and you can go forward two red spaces. Now, I'd show you, but I burned my copy of Candyland. Its ashes are in this bag, because I'm going to mail this bag to the person that I played it with. Because the person I played it with likes to say that it's a metaphor for life. Because you can be at the very end of the game, but be sent back to the start, and it's completely out of your control. Now, notice how when something bad happens, it's easy to pawn it off as completely out of your control. When really, there's something you could have done. You could have just not played Candyland, okay? Now, I got bored, okay? So what do? I start drawing from the bottom of the deck. I start drawing from the middle of the deck to spice it up. And what am I pawned off as? I'm pawned off as a cheater. Now, this is because historically, if you do something differently, people will mark you as different. And if you're different, you'll be the scapegoat for anyone's problems. And very quickly, when somebody gets sent back to the start, they don't go, that's life. They go, mono rigged the deck. Because if you are different, everything will be your fault. All right? And so this game is a beacon of... They were right. It is a metaphor for life. Because very quickly in that game, it descended into the animalistic nature of how everyone will turn against somebody to be the scapegoat. I was at the very end, last space, and I was sent back to the beginning. And the cheers could be heard for miles of everybody playing the game went, woo! And 5 minutes later, when somebody else won, there was cheering, but not cheering as loud enough as when I lost. Because at some point, everyone will cheer for the downfall of somebody more than the upbringing of somebody. I just set up some smoke alarms. I don't think this was a good idea. I inhaled this earlier. There's really not much left. It's just kind of like a principle thing, but surely you guys get it. I'd like to apologize for last video. I said a metaphor for cooking. I didn't anticipate that video would not be coming out yet, so scratch that video from the record. It never existed. I haven't showered in 3 days. I'm gonna go do that now. Good night.